Good morning. In this video, we're going to walk and forage a beautiful lunch salad. I'll show you the plants that I'm growing, as well as one that grows wild, and how to forage in a way that's going to increase our food production. Let's get started on our walk and let nature do its magic to nurture a healthy body, soul, and earth. Welcome to Tropical Dragon Permaculture. This is the salad tree. It is a type of hibiscus, which right now we've never seen it flower, so I'm going to say it's a non-flowering hibiscus. But the hibiscus leaves have a whole bunch of different properties that are healthy for you, including helping to lower your blood sugar and cholesterol. They're high in fiber and have lots of antioxidants. So I like to harvest the tender shoots. This will also help promote the plant to bush out a little bit and increase the production that we'll get out of this plant. So I'm just going to harvest several leaves. I don't want to do too much. I typically like to harvest only what I'm going to be using the day that I'm harvesting it. I also like to harvest in the morning because that tends to give you tastier greens when the sun hasn't been beating down on them all day long. So I do that. I like to harvest in the morning. Okay, next is longevity spinach. Now I am going to just briefly spray my scissors with some isopropyl alcohol, just so I'm not spreading any disease from plant to plant. But the longevity spinach, I'm going to be cutting the ends off. This will help it to bush out a little bit more and give us more production out of this plant as well. Now I'm going to harvest not only what I'm going to eat today, but I think I want to get some cuttings on some of this. It's growing underneath our avocado tree here, but I've got it in many other areas and it's starting to die back in some of those areas. So I'm going to take some decent sized chunks off of this and we will get some of those rooted later so I can spread it out. And cutting it way back like this is going to help this plant to grow a little bit better as well because it's not so spread out. So let's get some of those and we'll use those later. Now longevity spinach, and I'm going to use a little cue card here. Longevity spinach also is known as Gynura procumbens. We're going to put that up so you guys can read it rather than me trying to pronounce it. But it's also supposed to, longevity spinach is also supposed to help lower your blood sugar, blood pressure, reduce inflammation, and it's got antiviral and antibacterial properties, as well as being rich in other nutrients like vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin E, calcium, iron, potassium. So it's got a lot of good benefits. Next, we have cranberry hibiscus. This is one of our favorites. It has wonderful deep purple foliage, and it has a nice citrusy cranberry type flavor to it. Again, I'm harvesting just the tender new shoots because they taste better, and they also then will promote the plant to bush out more, and that way we'll get more production out of it. So I'm going to harvest those. And we have this growing all along our fence line. We have it growing in other areas. It self-seeds, super easy to grow here in southeast Florida or southwest Florida, and that's our cranberry hibiscus. Next we have katuk. This is a very young plant right now, so I'm not going to be harvesting a lot, and I'm also not going to be harvesting a lot because it has a very strong flavor. So we do put it in our salads sparingly. This plant will get, pretty tall, as tall as me, and produce lots of leaves for us. But the leaves are a great source of antioxidants. They have vitamin C, vitamin A, calcium, iron, protein. And again, we're going to be harvesting young leaves here, and we just kind of strip those that way. I don't have to cut anything with this particular plant. Just strip the leaves right off the stems, and you're good to go. Next we have sweet potato greens. We're going to be harvesting some of the leaves from this, and what I try to do too while I'm harvesting is do things that are going to promote additional growth and food production. With sweet potatoes, we're going to do something a little bit unique. So we're going to take a bunch of the leaves off along the stem here, and we'll eat those. But the nice thing about sweet potatoes is the stems, once they are in contact with the ground or under the ground, will actually send out roots and start developing more potatoes at each of those places where it sends out those roots. So now I'm going to clear a little trough of the mulch so that it can have contact with soil. Just dig a little trench. And I'm going to put that vine down in there and just cover it back up. And then it can start sending out those roots, and we'll get sweet potato production in this area as well. So always great to multiply your efforts by producing more food or promoting the growth of more food while you're doing your harvesting. Next we're going to do ciso spinach. This is also known as Brazilian spinach, or Alternithia salsilius. It is nutrient-rich vegetable with a mild flavor, and it's got a wonderful crunch to it that we really like in our salads. It's also a great source of vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin B, calcium, potassium, iron. So it's a very nutrient-dense food. So we love ciso spinach. We have it growing in several areas just to keep it from getting devoured by the pests, because they like it as well. So that's ciso spinach. Next, we're going to get some Everglades tomatoes. This is late in the season for the Everglades tomato, but it is still producing, so we're going to harvest some. I do have it in several places. There's another plant that's over here that actually looks a lot better and has more blooms on it, and is probably going to continue producing for a while. So, but Everglades tomatoes are amazing. They grow so well down here. It's one of the few tomatoes that we've had real success with. Every other variety of tomatoes seems to be just a huge struggle to get any kind of decent harvest off of them. But the Everglades tomato is just easy. This is a tree that I'm so excited about. It's the Jamaican cherry or strawberry tree. It has very prolific production. It gets these beautiful little cherries on it, which are so tasty. And I just want to add some of those to the salad to give us a little bit of sweet and with all of our savory. So this one has got tons of blooms on it everywhere. And it will continue to produce fruit pretty much all summer long. So that's a great tree to have in your food forest. This is a weed that grows all over our food forest. So it takes absolutely no intervention on my part. It's 100% free. It self-seeds, and it's called Biden alba. It is a great medicinal or food plant that you can harvest just all over the place here in southeast Florida. It's high in fiber, it's got proteins, carotenes, folate, magnesium, so it's wonderful to add to your salads or smoothies. It is pretty strong in flavor as well, so we only put a small amount of this in there, but I like to add a little bit in just about anything that we're eating with salads or smoothies, or just putting it in some of our food that we're cooking as well. So this is Biden alba, and again, we're just going to harvest the tender young leaves on this, and just put a few of them in here in our salad. So as you can see, we have a pretty bountiful forage here for lunch today. I will put that together, get this cleaned up and in a salad. And I do like, again, another benefit of getting all of this foraged in the morning is that I can get it cleaned up and ready and put it in the refrigerator where it's going to crisp up nicely and be delicious at lunchtime. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something about how you can still forage even when you're in between seasons, and you have new stuff that's just coming up and you're wondering, what can I do, what can I eat? But this shows it's definitely possible to just keep foraging throughout the year, even in between seasons, and have a bountiful harvest. Thanks again for watching. I hope you like this video. Please subscribe and like, and stay tuned for new videos coming out every week. I'm going to start highlighting some of these plants and give you an in-depth view on the benefits and how to grow the different plants that I'm highlighting in some of these videos. So those will be a deep dive on those plants, but look forward to seeing you guys. Until next time.